Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I am talking to you about box sets, and I'm going to be talking about whether they're a great value or a huge waste of space. So maybe there's something in between, and I'm going to point out the pros and cons and let you decide, and I'll share my opinions, of course. So if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Everything you do helps my channel grow, so thank you so much. And let's go ahead and start talking about box sets. First off, let's start with the pros, the positives about box sets. First off, you're getting a lot of music when you purchase a box set. Sometimes you're getting a band's complete discography or just a very important time frame when they were maybe at their best or just something they were going through at the time. So it's always really great to be able to get complete sets. Sometimes it prevents you from having to go to record store trying to find all of these albums. They're just conveniently put into one nice box set. Completists especially love that. So that's a huge positive when it comes to vinyl box sets. Also, let's face it, the packaging is usually really pretty. Very, very nice. I want to show you one just as an example because I think this is probably the best box set I have in my collection. It has all the bells and whistles that anybody would want. This is See You on the Other Side. This is the Ozzy Osbourne box set. And I think it looks like something for Ozzy. It's made for him, but it's kind of got a little bit of a classy look too. The color is nice. I really, really love the box. And it comes with, for every album that was in this box, and it had a lot of albums, it came with a poster for each album. Also, it came with a wonderful certificate. It was limited edition, so each one of these boxes has a number, and it is autographed by Ozzy Osbourne himself. So, you know, you're getting an autograph, you're getting a limited edition number, posters, wonderful vinyl. But wait, there's more. And let me show you this. Really nice, like, let's just take Bark at the Moon, one of his most popular albums. And it's on a wonderful splatter vinyl. So every single one of these records that came in this box set had splatter vinyl, very unique to that box set. I don't believe it's ever going to be duplicated again when you buy records that are going to be coming out separate. I think that was specific to the box set. And some of these bands and companies are catching on and doing stuff like that, making the box set something unique, something special. And I think that's wonderful. So I also think it's really nice when you buy a box set and there's records from that artist or band that are either they've never been available on vinyl, or they're really expensive, they're very rare. So it's really nice when you buy a box set, and let me show you this. And don't worry, there are no records in this, it's empty. That's why it's okay to have them on top of these other boxes. This is Sade's box set thus far, or Sade, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. She had some records that are very hard to find. They came out a little later when vinyl was phasing out. And if you want to try to buy them now, finding them is difficult. The price is pretty high. So being able to buy this box set saves you from having to try to get these expensive records that are hard to get. So that's what's really nice about box sets as well, getting unique vinyl records in them. So also you get nice books sometimes. Let me show you one of the examples of one I love. This is the box set by Queen. It's right here. I don't know, it's out of view right now, but the Queen box set is a complete discography of Queen. It has every single studio album is a different color vinyl, which is really cool. And it came with this beautiful hardcover book with lots of wonderful pictures and the band talking about each album, giving you just little details of what was going on. And it's just a really nice book that I believe was exclusive to the set. I could be wrong on that. But, you know, just things like that. Very nice bells and whistles that you can get with these box sets. And let's face it, they look so cool on the shelves. I really love how they look. And There is a desirability factor with these box sets, especially once they go out of print. That's really cool. It's very cool when you can get a box set and it's on sale. You save a lot of money that way. That's very cool. But also the desirability, the collectability factor is there as well. And I'm just going to show you some of my box sets. For one, the Ozzy Osbourne one I just showed you. It just went on sale back in 2019, sold out in 2020 for, I think, $500, and it last sold on Discogs for $1,300. So if you buy a box set like that, even if you use it for a while, if you take good care of it, at the very least, you will get your money's worth, your money back, and you'll probably even make a little bit of money. Not that I would sell it, it's fantastic. But same with the Beatles in mono right here, a really nice box set. I think when they came out, they cost about $250, more or less. And now the last one sold on Discogs for $1,400. So insane. And if you take good care of yours and you want to sell it down the road, you'll probably get your money back, which is really nice. Also, same thing with this Rolling Stones in mono box set behind me. Last sold for $873. So on Discogs. And also I have a really nice Thelonious Monk box set. It's 22 LPs, the complete Riverside recordings. Really great sound. It came out in the 80s, so it's a little on the rare side. This is the only set I have seen of this one, and I picked it up. And it last sold for $450 on Discogs. I didn't pay anything like that for it. Glad to have it. It's a great addition. So, there are just so many wonderful things to think of when it comes to these box sets. I personally have a regret. I wish I would have bought the Kinks box set when it came out. It's really pretty, it's colorful, makes a nice presentation, and it's the Kinks in mono. And, I'm thankful I was able to get the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, but I do regret not getting the Kinks because I think that one would have been a really nice one to have. So let's go ahead and start talking about some of the negatives when it comes to these box sets. First off, I was just talking about when you could get something on sale and the values of these box sets. But if you're paying retail or, just anything, box sets are expensive. You're paying $25 a record when you're buying a record. To buy a box set, we're talking usually a couple $100, more maybe even, so they're expensive. Buying a box is an expensive investment. So that's a negative sometimes, hurts your wallet a little bit. Also, sometimes the way these box sets are priced, when you break it down, sometimes they can make a record be like $40 a piece. That's really crazy and too expensive. They take up valuable space. That is a huge negative. If you are a vinyl collector, unless you have a unique situation, space is almost always an issue. Trying to find enough space to have all of your records, it's a struggle for me. I'm sure it's a struggle for a lot of us. Box sets take up space, so you want to make sure what you have counts. And unless you are a completist, I'm not. Sometimes you can buy a box set and say there's 8 records in there, but you're really only going to listen to 4 or 5 of them. Sometimes maybe the box set doesn't really make sense when you think of it that way. If there's going to be records sitting in that box that you're never going to listen to, that's a negative. You have to keep that in mind when buying box sets. Also, I'm just going to talk about this. This is something that maybe nobody else in the world has, but I'm going to share it with you because I'm just going to. There is a lazy factor when it comes to box sets. I'm just going to call it the lazy factor. And I'm just going to use myself and as an example. This may or may not happen. Sometimes if I come home from a particularly hard day at work and I'm in the mood to listen to a certain album, I keep my box sets upstairs. My turntable is downstairs. So if I want to listen to something, I have to go upstairs, pick up a heavy box set, carry it down the stairs, dig through the records, and get the one I want. Sometimes it's just easier to stay downstairs and grab a record that's close by. I'm guilty of that. It's called the lazy factor. Some of us have to keep our box sets pretty high up on the shelves, and sometimes we just don't feel like getting that little ladder and pulling down that heavy box set. So that's another thing to think about when it comes to box sets. You know, sometimes there's just a little bit of a hassle getting a record out of the box set. And I know that sounds so ridiculous, but I'm serious. Some box sets can be a little underwhelming when it comes to the bells and whistles. I want to show you an example of one I have. This is John Cougar Mellencamp, the vinyl collection from 1982 to 1989. I'm sorry about the glare. I haven't taken the shrink wrap off of it. For one, I think the cover is very underwhelming. It's a little thin. It's not extremely thick cardboard. There's a very tiny picture of John Mellencamp. I think they could have done a little better than that. It's got his best albums. I like Whenever We Wanted. That would be another great addition to this. But it does have what I call his best-selling albums probably on here. And let's face it, this is a good box set. It gives you what you really need, but not necessarily everything you want. It's on 180 gram vinyl, and it's cut from the original master tapes by Chris Bellman. So we're getting great sound quality on this one. It is great sound, just not a lot of bells and whistles. Very simple. I want to thank Jacob at Rockoli Records. I watched Jacob's video. He brought this one up and talked about how great the sound quality was. And some of my John Mellencamp records just weren't up to par. This is not an expensive one. You can find it fairly cheaply. So thank you, Jacob. I was able to get my own box set of it. So that one kind of falls into the positive and negative category, but I wanted to use it as an example because there just weren't there was nothing special about that box set other than the sound of the records, which really, honestly, that's the most important thing anyway. I don't have any of these that I am aware of or a good example to show you, but sometimes you can buy a vinyl box set and it's just really got some bad sound. The quality of the sound just isn't very good. So keep that in mind. When I buy a box set, I'm willing to spend that much money. I try my best to do research so that way I know that the box set sounds good. Some of mine are better than others, but for the most part, my box sets sound pretty good. And my final thought on this is sometimes a box set makes a lot of sense for me and sometimes it doesn't. And I just have to take it on a case-by-case basis. But let's face it, box sets are fun. I want to leave you with a final one here. Let me just reach over and grab it. This is just a fun little box set, an example of why I think box sets are so worthwhile, and I'm so glad they're out there. This is an oldie but a goodie, the Beatles EP collection. I love this little box set. You just open it up. It's got these wonderful little records, and let's show you some of them. Look at the covers of these. So much fun. So cool. Very, very unique. They're on red vinyl. This came out a long time ago, and I think it was so well done. They sound really good too. So that is my video about box sets. I would love to know what you think. Do you think they're a great value? Do you think they're just a waste of space? Let me know your comments. Let me know what your favorite box set is. I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you liked the video, please press the like button. That helps me out too. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.